Hello everybody, my name's Animosity. Fuck, why did I think that was a good idea? Right, anyway, yo, we're back. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, of time, yeah, gonna be good stuff. Picking up from where we left off last time. Presumably right before the start of the 6th main scenario. And as we saw last time, there's a slight error in how things were. And yes, these panels here were from last time, so we'll skim over them real quick. Oh, actually, hold on. Real quick, early jump cut. Right, sorry about that. I had something that I needed to take care of. But yes, let's get back into, well, where we left off a handful of seconds ago. Christ. Protection symbol of Immunta. Protection symbol of the parasites. And protection symbol of Invargo. Insert the 5 protection symbols. Got 3. And the protection symbols we've obtained after defeating the catastrophe of water and the catastrophe of ice. You have proven your worth. Warp Crystal has been activated. The main scenario has been updated. Main scenario, Abandoned World, begun. I'll sit this one out. Huh? Me too. You said there was a second part anyway, right? You seem a little out of it, so I'm a little worried. But you'll do fine. I'm sure you'll do fine. You'll do fine. Out of it? And that scary man also seems to be on our side this time. I won't have anything to worry about leaving Huiwan and Sangha behind. Even when they hold a contest again to see who'll enter the scenario, those two will have no problem making it in. Who I need to take now is this old lady.
So are you going with me, young man?
I wonder why. I forgot to tell you before, but please tell the King of the Wanderers to watch out for Ildu John. You may already know, though. Don't die. How about you get going now? You're driving me crazy over here. And off they go. The party of 8. At least in the first wave. Let's go. Let's find out what the scenario is all about, shall we? Episode 124, Chapter 23, Abandoned World, Part 8. Part 8? Christ. Main scenario, Abandoned World, has begun. You alright? We're surrounded by trees. Looks like we got dropped off in the middle of a forest. You sung. Tier 7 monster. Steel wolves have appeared. I literally had to tilt my fucking head to read that. Huh?
They seem a little small, mister. What? They won't give us any coins.
That event is over. That event is over now.
Not even any items. Don't they have a nucleus?
It's because we out-level them by far. Are they really tier 7 monsters? They felt somewhere around tier 9.
They also felt a little too small.
Looks like it's not all forest. Let's head out that way. The scenario screen only has the title, and the rest of the details are still question marks. You have not fulfilled the prerequisites for activating the scenario. Not even getting there isn't like the prereq.
Mister?
Oh. And there they are, just as I expected. Everybody, get your skills ready. Get ready to charge. Get them! And then, you know, a charge of hundreds, probably, of soldiers. That doesn't look particularly good, does it? Oh? Are they going for them or no? It almost doesn't look... It almost looks like they aren't. The doctor's also going to find Le Snake. whatever this snake ends up actually being. I'm recording this a little bit closer to when it goes up than I would have liked because I've been busy, shall we say, playing P3 Reload. If you want to have a bit of fun, try and guess how far through, how much playtime I have as of this video, as of you watching this, and if you get it right, you get a cookie. Or if you get close, I should say. It's probably going to be an absurd number. Oh, what the fuck? Why was that so choppy? Omniscient Viewpoint, episode 125, chapter 23, Abandoned World, part 9.
The people here are so small.
They must be residents of this world.
Please, don't tell me we have to fight them. They're too small.
You've encountered the residents of the other world. Check the contents of the scenario.
Ah!
Catastrophes have appeared on that side too! Ah! These tiny little fuckers. Retreat, everyone! All units, retreat! These poor fuckers.
Ah! Help!
Yeah, they're getting fucked up. The scenario's a joke. Moriyama, wait. You shouldn't kill them. Did you forget what Izumi told us? Are you still going on about Izumi when it's been that long since we've lost contact with them? Michio. You know what this scenario is. It isn't hard to think about the morality of our actions. Do not forget what has become of us. An interesting way of voicing a Japanese guy, but whatever.
Mister, what is the scenario supposed to be? What do we have to do?
I should know all this time why Junhyuk didn't want to bring you some. If you think about it, he is probably more humane than I am. The Star Stream doesn't host its scenarios on just Earth. This scenario involves the residents of the other worlds too. Many constellations are starved for blood and violence. Many constellations are egging you on to make a decision. Activating the main scenario. Main scenario 6, Abandoned World. Oh, I need to move my microphone. It's in a weird spot. There we are. That's much better. Category Main. Difficulty S. Clear condition. Drive the ruling species of the planet Peaceland of the 9,781st planetary system to extinction. Time limit 40 days. Reward 200,000 coins. The sixth scenario. We're no longer tasked with stopping the catastrophe. Here, we have mercy on us, great catastrophe. Please, I beg of you. You become the catastrophe for the planet Peaceland. We must become the catastrophes that destroy this world. Carry out your mission as a catastrophe. The countries currently participating in the scenario are Japan and Korea.
They created the scenario too, right?
The mid-grade Dokkaebi. Ganul.
My goodness, the third team to arrive from the Japan Dome is going all out from the start. I hope you'll be able to earn many coins here in Peaceland.
This is too easy. It's just like the people ahead of us told it would be. Moriyama, whose side will you take? Of course I'll go with the leader. Weren't you going to do the same, Amano? The leader is a nickname that's given to a powerful person in Twasar. I have a good idea of what Japan's situation is like for this round. It's strange. No matter how strong the leader is, the strongest person in Japan would be. Who's saying that? Oh, it's him. The king of Japan is Izumi. You haven't forgotten, have you? Japan's most powerful incarnation, and the occupier of their ruler's throne. Izumi Hiroki. The guy we saw in the little preview. You're gonna join a different group? And Izumi is still alive? Michio, you must have heard the rumors. Izumi is now... Some constellations wish to see you crush 10 small men in one step. Okay, leave it to me! Wait, stop right there! Haven't we killed enough already? Izumi around will be upset if they see us do something like that! Move it! You see your annoying constellations. Huh? Are you nuts? You're gonna fight us because of those little insects? Michio, don't get ahead of yourself. He's risking his life to save them? Who is that? Do I know him? Personal skill, character profile has been activated. You do not have any significant information on the target character. Converting to character summary. Character summary. Michio Shoji. Spawning constellation, none. One constellation is currently interested in this constellation. Personal attribute, righteous coward, rare. Stamina level 25, strength level 24, agility level 31, mana level 23. Overall evaluation. The character stats are way below average, and it is a wonder how he managed to survive up to this point. A righteous attribute. Just like Yansong. But not much else other than that. It really does make me wonder how he managed to survive all this time. Michio Shoji, was it? Come at us if you can, but you forget that neither Izumi nor Ren are here to save you in here.
Mister, look!
What the fuck just happened? I assume it's something to do with causality, right? Because he's going against the purpose of the scenario. That's what it looked like to me, at least. That would make sense. Oh, fuck, I just spilled some water on the floor. Whatever. Not the end of the world. Because he had that little shock, and now he's stopped. I imagine it's causality.
Why did that man stop all of a sudden? Do you think he's scared?
Let's get started, Amano. Sure. Or maybe not. Yeah, they're going fucking... Yeah, I mean, look, they're doing their jobs, alright?
Damn it!
Look. Oh. For a place called Peaceland, they sure have a pretty big army. Episode 126, Chapter 24, Something That Can Be Changed. Hold on. Something that can... Yeah, okay, yeah, it was. This is in direct contrast to Adult Yusong's situation, those series of chapters. This is something that can be changed. So this scenario seems to be like they'll be able to do something about it.
That little person, he seems different.
They're not all weak, just because they're small. David and the Goliath-esque situation. Damn it! Look! The catastrophe is bleeding! Ah! We can take them down! Charge! Just a little more! Just fucking flinging like tiny little javelins and arrows at them. That's so cute. Get lost, you puny insects!
The little people might have a chance of winning after all.
For the tiniest creed in the world! For the tiniest creed! The little constellation of the little planet is cheering for the incarnation Galemium. The little constellation of the little planet has gifted 10 coins to the constellation Galemium. 10 coins.
This is turning out quite interesting. It's the little hope they have that makes their story even more touching. That being said, I will now partly remove some penalties that the catastrophes have been under. Those of you who have chosen the way of the catastrophe can now use additional buffs so please refer to your stat window.
Could this get any easier? The contract of plausibility binding the catastrophes has been partly removed. The catastrophes can now be ensued with their supporting constellation to a greater level. The fines that may occur due to plausibility errors will be covered by the star stream. It just made things boring for us. The tiny little screams. A few constellations are happy with the massacre that's taking place. The little constellation of the little planet is in tremendous pain. A minority of constellations want to see the limbs of the insolent incarnation in Galemium torn from his body. Well then, if that's what they want... The little constellation of the little planet is writhing in pain, begging for them to stop.
I can't let them get away with this.
You sung. If we end up fighting with them, the scenario will become much harder.
We can still clear it though, right?
That's right.
I'll do it.
The penalties lifted from the catastrophes have now returned. The month has ended now. His voice is so inconsistent, I don't give a fuck. What the hell was that just now? Who goes there? The star stream has detected an anomaly in your actions. Warning. Take caution now to make Take caution not to make enemies of the fellow catastrophes. The little constellation of the little planet has noticed your presence. The little constellation of the little planet is looking at you with a pitiful look. The constellation of the little planet is expecting a show of compassion from you. The little constellation of the little planet has become very hopeful because of your appearance. The little constellation of the little planet has gifted you 10 coins. You have returned the 10 coins that you were gifted. If you really care about your planet, don't ever do that again. The little constellation of the little planet is flustered. If you don't want your planet to fall prey to their story, that is. The little constellation of the little planet blushes. The little constellation of the little planet remains solemnly silent. Warning. Take caution not to make enemies of fellow catastrophes.
Mister, I'll do it this time. I can take them both on.
If I kill them now, I'll be put under a penalty that might end up ruining the plans I have for this scenario. I have a lot to do here in Peaceland. I need to clear the scenario, and also hunt down the serpent as requested by Persephone. If you can deal with the two of them, I could just delay the penalty. The chance of our survival will be drastically increased. Don't drag this on for too long. Be as quick as you can.
Just leave it to me.
What the hell was that? A murderous child with a knife and also a shit load of power that you probably should be very cautious of. Because this isn't just any child. Also, Jesus Christ, we're storming through episodes today. Yeah, and it seems like I was right. I think the thing that hit that Michio guy was plausibility. Hey, it's just a kid. I've never seen her before. Could she be from the Korean Dome?
I've heard that people from Korea might be joining us. I guess it was true.
And to think of it, Yusung doesn't have the interpretation skill. You must not understand them since they're speaking in Japanese.
Move it, kid.
We don't need to fight each other. No fight. No fight. Okay? Who's saying that?
This isn't good. We were in the middle of a bounty scenario.
My supporting constellation is telling me to get rid of her.
Maybe this won't be too difficult since there are two of us.
And Koreans only just joined the scenario. Haven't you forgotten who joined from our side in the first and second groups, right?
The early starters from Japan. The White Demon King, Izumi Hiroki, and his men. No matter what country it is, it's always a top incarnation to end up arriving first.
Who? What's going on?
Little constellation of Little Planet is moved by the incarnation Yusung Shin. The little constellation of Little Planet has gifted 10 coins to Yusung Shin. Did it not fucking learn? Incarnation Yusung Shin has unlocked a new possibility in the scenario. A select few constellations have evaluated the incarnation Yusung Shin positively. A select few constellations have started cheering for the incarnation Yusung Shin.
Incarnations from Japan, you seem to believe that you might be at a disadvantage. But do you really think that's the case?
That's right. Come to think of it, it was I who attacked us first.
He doesn't seem to be aware of the penalties in place right now. Whether it's Japan or Korea, all the people who went it first must be idiots.
I'm gonna go easy on you just 'cause you're a kid.
Doctor there, watching in stealth, for his own sake, mainly, I imagine. Although partially to make sure Yusung doesn't fucking die. Episode 127, Chapter 24, Something That Can Be Changed. Part 2.
You can't keep running, kid!
Oh? What the?
Link, was that magic she just used?
That's a spider web. That dagger. That skill. Sanka must have trained her a little.
Damn it, where is she?
Puzzle skill character profile has been activated. Activate the character summary instead. Maruyama Kenichi, constellation Fox with Two Tails. Personal attribute, Attention Seeker, rare.
Damn it.
Amano Goro, constellation. I've got the fucking hiccups. Yeah, constellation, I've got to the fucking hiccups. Brilliant stuff. Constellation, 1,800-year-old turtle. Master Oogway? Ayo? What? Personal attribute, strong and bold. Rare. That's most certainly an attribute. The sum of their overall stats seems to be above average, but there's still no match for Yusung. What worries me is the supporting constellations. If they're a part of Japan's third wave of participants, they're probably not a force to be reckoned with. But most of Japan's powerful incarnations have either a samurai or a swordsman as their constellations. Both of them must have monsters of fable as supporting constellations. Constellation Fox with Two Tails is displeased with the current display of hypocrisy. Constellations who used to be monsters are expressing their hostility against the incarnation Yusung Shin. Fox with Two Tails. She's just going ham.
Damn it, where are you?
Don't lose your cool. I'll take care of her.
Oh no, the web. No.
Die!
Oh? Oh yeah, she can control beasts.
Ah, what the? These damn dogs!
Incarnation Yusung Shin has activated the skill Advanced Interspecies Communication Level 3. Those dogs look bigger than they did last time, as wolves. And in comparison to the people, they're fucking huge.
What? She's a tamer!
A few constellations are impressed with how composed the incarnation Yusung Shin was able to remain. Even I didn't see this coming at all. He surely is a beast lord in the making. You managed to tame all those wolves in that short amount of time. But causality. Plausibility, not causality.
Huh?
The star stream has detected an irregularity in the actions of the incarnation Yusung Shin. The star stream has sensed hostility being aimed at fellow catastrophes.
Good. I knew this would happen.
Incarnation Yusung Shin will now be under level 1 scenario penalty. You dragged this out for too long.
Huh?
Incarnation Yusung Shin's total body mass is decreased. Incarnation Yusung Shin's overall stats have been decreased. They get smaller. Maybe I should jump in and put an end to this.
Mister, let me be the one to finish this.
What could be driving this child to do such a thing? Incarnation Yusung Shin will now be under level 2 scenario penalty. One thing I know for sure is that this is her battle, that she must fight alone. Ooh. Even though she's been shrunk and had her stats lowered, I think she's gonna get a kill here.
You'll regret this.
Incarnation Yusung Shin has defeated the catastrophe that is yet to be named. Main contributor, Yusung Shin. Main scenario 6, Abandoned World. Sub-scenario, Serpent Hunting. Next! Oh, we're in to 28. Christ. 128. The 5th one for this. Oh, Jesus. Stretch. Or not, just because we've done a bunch of chapters does not mean I will end the video early. We will drag to about at least 40 minutes. Well, you know, close to an hour, depending on how I feel. Main contributor, Yusung Shin. Incarnation Yusung Shin has lost all powers of a catastrophe. The Dokubi of the Star Stream has deemed Yusung Shin's actions as hostile against the scenario. Incarnation Yusung Shin has received a level 3 scenario penalty. Yusung Shin has begun to grow smaller.
Huh?
Yum, 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 yum. Ah. So now she's presumably being classed as a resident of the planet in terms of role.
How many of those people are remaining?
Quite a lot. It's so fucking funny to look at.
You knew what would happen, right? Are you gonna kill him too?
No, we have a use for him. Has he lost consciousness? Michio Shoji, the only one who tried to protect the small men. If I'm correct, I need him for the plan I have for the scenario. Take caution to not make enemies of fellow catastrophes. A catastrophe is opposed, another catastrophe will end up losing all the powers that come from being a catastrophe. The Starstream has deemed that you did not take enough actions as in your role as a catastrophe. If you do not murder a member of the ruling species of Peace Plant within the next hour, your status of a catastrophe will be forfeited on the basis that you have no intention of acting as a catastrophe. I have an hour left. I must hunt down the king of the catastrophe within this hour. Oh shit. I was really lucky. Korea is a scary place. Murayama and Namino were defeated in an instant. She was really strong even though she was just a kid. If a kid like her is that strong, I wonder how strong he's gonna be. Level 2 of Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint activated. Thank you for helping me. If it weren't for you, I would have died at the hand of beasts. It's nothing. To be honest, I was moved. I didn't expect a Korean to help me of all people. We should all look out for each other, you know? How humble. Above all else, I like that he speaks fluent Japanese. I know it's just a translation skill, but seeing that he has the skill to translate Japanese, it must mean that he thinks positively of us. Right, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Michio Shoji. My name is Dr. Kim. Dogaza Kimu? Dr. Kim. I see. Dogaza Kim? I didn't know people use this name in Korea. Use this as a name in Korea? Dogeza. The humblest form of apology one can perform in Japanese culture is performed by bowing down on one's knees. Episode 128, chapter 24, something that can be changed. By the way, haven't you seen that child? The child who killed Murayama and Amano? Unfortunately, you were the only one alive when I got there. I see. You must be devastated to find your allies dead. Devastated? No, those bastards! They deserve to die. As for me, I couldn't even stand up to them. Constellation, fox with two tails, fails to hide their anger that they are feeling. Constellation, 1800-year-old turtle, glares at the being that killed its constellation. It's incarnation, not constellation. I guess the people of Japan have contracts mostly with monsters of fable. Yeah, monsters, yeah. I think I might know who those are. Not really. They only increased in number recently. Just a while ago, monsters of fable type constellations didn't hold much influence over us. Not while Izumi was still in Tokyo. None of this would have happened if Izumi were here. Who is this Izumi? He claimed the absolute throne in Tokyo. He is Japan's most powerful incarnation, who entered into a contract with a powerful supporting constellation. He was also the one who led us when our first group entered the scenario. Did something happen to him? Since you were the one to save me, you must have seen how that child grew smaller. Yes, of course. I saw her grow small all of a sudden. The Japanese groups that entered the scenario later already knew of that penalty. Then some men in your first group must have sided with the small men already. Yes. Was Izumi one of them? That I do not know. We stopped getting dimensional carrier pigeons a week ago. The last carrier pigeon had this message for us. You cannot kill the small men. Kill the small men. Two messages telling you to do the opposite. Why was it that you received two different messages? I don't know. I came here hoping to find that out myself. I intended to go to the place where our last carrier pigeon was sent out. I might be able to learn something there. No matter how well-intentioned he looks, maybe I shouldn't have told a Korean participant too much. He could actually be a Korean villain that I don't know of. Level 2 of Omniscient Viewpoint activated. What do you think? Do you think that we should kill the small men for the sake of our own survival? Well, if we resort to doing something like that, we're no different from the catastrophes that attacked Earth. His eyes are as deep as Izumi's. If it were him, maybe. Mister? Level 2 of Omniscient Viewpoint has ended. Mister? She in his pocket. Your understanding of the character Michio Shoji has increased drastically. I'm sorry, I was practicing my skill. Gosh, I was so focused on using my skill that I forgot about Yusong. I'm a little surprised, to be honest. Incarnation 1. So, as I was saying, and that's how I ended up at that university, and I don't get how someone as average as him could have survived all this time. I see why she'd think that. She doesn't even have a translation skill yet. She does seem to have a general idea of our conversation. Well, how could she not? After she's seen him blabbing on all excited. Michio Shoji only plays a passing role in Tosa, a very average person whose life can be summarized in just a few pages. You seen what happened? How regular people killed in order to survive? But that was because the scenario forced them to. Could you say that? Could you say the same for the small men who were murdered earlier? No one has survived this long era. No one that has survived this long is average. Because this average-looking young man could become a catastrophe for some. Indeed. Also, I've just noticed at the bottom here, the ORV chapters go live on Wednesdays. which might actually end up being Thursdays my time. So I might have to change. Whenever I catch up, I might have to change when I upload these, just because of, you know, if I am reading them weekly and making videos on them weekly, I will have to make adjustments to my upload schedule. Same with Tower of God and Kubera, although I don't think I'm with Kubera anytime soon. Tasty, tasty hydration. Omniscient Reader, episode 129, chapter 24, something that can be changed.
Could I have stopped them from becoming catastrophes if I'd stopped them a little earlier?
No, it wouldn't have made a difference either way. Because a man can be a catastrophe to another one.
Could that be why I became a catastrophe in the future?
I'll make sure that doesn't happen. Little bug. Ah. Bugs, huh? Yo Young will be useful. Insects seem to remain the same size here. They must feel like catastrophes to the small people. I see. That's not true at all. There's no way insects are the same size in a world where everything else is smaller. Yusung, can you understand what they're saying? Yusung Shin has activated advanced species intercommunication.
They seem to be saying, Doctor, you rendezvoused with the second group.
Good. Then can you relay something for me as well?
Mr. Kim, are you listening to me?
I am. Were you talking about the isekai genre? I can't believe he's talking about anime at a time like this. This goes to further prove that someone who survived this long is far from ordinary. I'm aware that it was a very popular genre in Japan. I've seen a few works like that.
Oh, you've seen your share of anime. Isekai is my favorite genre, fucking dweeb. The ones where the protagonist ends up in another world with information about that world readily available to them.
Maybe this world that we're in is already an isekai to some of us.
What?
And someone out there must be this world's protagonist.
That's an interesting theory! I knew someone who said the same thing just as you just did.
You must be a fan of anime.
A comic book artist, to be exact. She was one of the first to enter the scenario from Tokyo. Her name was Asuka Ran. She said something similar to what you said. That this world could also be a part of a comic someone drew.
Asuka Ran? Could you tell me where she is, right?
Mr. Kim, I think we found it.
What?
This is a sign that the participants from the first batch have left behind. So it should be nearby. Certain Izumo's group was near this area.
Oh. You have entered Demon's Formation.
This is...
Your overall stats have been decreased due to the effect of Demon's Formation. Demon's Formation is a stigma that is unique to Japanese constellations. This is a skill that helped the White Demon King Izumi Hiroki become one of the strongest and one of the top 100 strongest people in Twasa.
Izumi, can you hear me?
No. If this was Izumi who cast this Demon Formation, it would be much harder to remain standing right now. So, whoever cast the formation here wasn't the White Demon King Izumi. Only a select few Japanese incarnations other than Izumi can cast Demon's Formation. There's no doubt about it. The Serpent Incarnate is nearby. Ah. I wonder if that's the person. It was someone. Possibly that could be what I was supposed to be after. Stretch. Ugh. You bought a Korean.
Wait, he's our enemy. He actually saved me.
Well, you must have come here with our third group. Whose team are you on?
I am with Izumi.
Izumi? Such a team doesn't exist anymore.
Huh? What do you mean? Could Izumi have...
You really seem to be clueless. Tell me, has Izumi been killed? Name, Michio Shoji. Overall stats, below average. No supporting constellation. He's a nobody. You don't deserve to know what happened to Izumi. We'll spare your life, so get lost. And what about me? He must have some balls. Somebody's used battle counter on you. Special skill, the fourth wall has been activated. Battle counter has ceased to function due to the effects of fourth wall. Wait, is that a demonic human? This is a scene I've only seen in comic books! Ah, my counter! Your leader. Where is the serpent? I don't know how much you know about us, but we can't let you just leave. Who are you? I'm... Wait, who the hell's saying this? Oh? Okay. Wait. The rude bastard in a coat who uses swords. I see. The Dokubi told me about him. What? You must be the leader of the Soul Dome. I wonder who was actually saying that. You look a little different from what I have heard. I guess rumors are not to be trusted. They must have mistaken me for someone else. Again? Surround him. He is Korea's Supreme King. Wait, I think there's been a misunderstanding. He isn't the Supreme King. His name is Dog-Isa Kim. Be quiet. You know that you'll grow smaller again by attacking me, right? We won't attack you. You'll be the one to attack us. Why me? Why? Because if you don't, your friends will die. Oh, no, I changed his voice, whatever, I don't care. Doctor, I'm sorry. Do you get it now?
Mister, what do we do now?
Just as expected. All of them had already grown smaller. If you don't hunt the small people within the next 16 minutes, the Star Stream will consider you to have no intention of acting as a catastrophe, and your status as a catastrophe will be forfeited. You have to come up to a decision soon. Should I hunt the serpent here? Or give up? Huh? A character, Michio Shoji, is feeling guilt for the situation you're in. Character Michio Shoji has made a life-altering decision. I'll take care of these men! Character, Michio Shoji, has almost reached a state of evolution. I, Michio Shoji, am an honorable man who will not let my savior fall into trouble. Wait, Michio. Mr. Dr. Kim, you should run. I'll buy you some time. Ah! He also said his name right. I think you said my name correctly just now. And that's the thing he's caught up on. Yeah, I think we'll leave it there. 6 episodes, I think, is a good amount. And yeah, very interesting. I have no idea where this scenario is going to go. I genuinely have no idea. Evidently, this Michio fellow is going to be important, and given that he's on the verge of evolution, I presume he's going to go from being average schmuck man to being somewhat important and useful. But anyway, that's been that. And with all of that out of the way, I've been Mossy. You've been you, and I hope to see you all next time for another video. Ta-ta for now.